everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm looking at YouTube right now and it says there are 0 viewers. So I'm going to check and see if anybody is watching on another platform. Okay, also 0. Awesome, awesome, cool. Well, I don't really blame you since I just kind of popped up like this is just an AMA, and instead of doing a normal episode of Building Bridges, there actually were a lot of people who reached out to me and asked to come on the show today last minute from my tweet yesterday, but I really didn't have time to come through and decide who should come on or who would make the best guest. And I kind of decided that there were a few things that I wanted to address before I brought someone else on. One thing is I've been working really hard on something kind of behind the scenes that I'm not really allowed to share all of the details about yet. I wish that I could. Hopefully I'll be able to reveal more really soon. So I'm just going to address some things until I see some questions come up. If any questions do come up, one is that, and there has been some pushback in the community about this show because I talk to people from different communities. Questions about whether I'm trying to shill whatever. And the answer to that is no. Hi, Tiago. Hi, thanks for being here. My answer to that is no. I'm not trying to shill anything. The show is called Building Bridges, and that's because I think that it's important to establish lines of communication and keep, doors open and bridges open, right? Like, because bridges allow for Hexicans to go other places, I can see why that might be a problem for some people. But because they also allow people to come to Hex or to Pulse. And that's why I think it's important. That's why I do this. Travel is important too. I'm a multi-coiner. I believe in a multi-coin future. I think that maximalism of any kind is like a major threat. Though I don't hold it against anyone. Like if you decide that you want to, hold only one currency, like cool, right? But like what's in my wallet should be of no concern to you because what's in yours is of no concern to me. So that's why I do this. That's why, it should be crypto versus the banks, not crypto versus crypto. I completely agree, but like, I understand not wanting me shilling things to you guys. I don't feel like I've ever really done that. I just invite people on, and sometimes I haven't done my research about them first, and I've been pretty honest with you, been very honest with you about what I have known about and what I haven't known about. And like I said, when people come on and they're, shilling their product that's bad or their project that's, bad, it's not like I want you guys to go and buy it. It's that I want their communities to see what's going on with us, right? So, so that those lines of communication are open, so that there are bridges that people can cross. That's what this is all about. All right. So I think that's everything I really wanted to address. Yeah, we're for sure winning right now. Visa, it's exciting. I tweeted about it yesterday, like all we do is win, no matter what. Yeah, that's cool. I'm excited about that. All right, so if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, feel free to drop them. I'll do my best to provide the answers. Thanks, QC. Don't worry about the detractors. Yeah, like people have said that to me, like you don't have to justify yourself or answer. Hi, Big Gunner. You don't have to justify yourself or answer to anyone. Yeah, like while I agree with that, I also think that it is really important to, to address people's concerns and let people know where you stand. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, also, I recently, all right, since I'm waiting for questions still, I recently started a partnership with Bruce Porter Jr., my friend. I think some of you probably saw my video about Eve, which is like a trading platform, it helps traders determine when to buy and sell assets and market sentiments and all that stuff. And okay. Hang on, I'm going to come right back to that. So that really came about because Bruce reached out to me and wanted me to make some videos and tweets and promote EVE. And I was like, I have to check into it and make sure that it doesn't conflict with my brand. And then I decided that instead of taking money, what I would rather do was get access to Bruce's network, which if anybody's checked him out on Twitter, he has over nearly 100,000 followers. And if you look into who is in his network, you will see why it was worth it to me. And when I proposed, I was like, I don't want any money from you. What I want is to start a networking collaboration. I want access to your network. And I would not be doing what I'm able to do, what I've been working on for this last week. Bruce has been like pivotal to that. So that's what's going on there. I'm going to be working with EVE. So I hope that's okay with everyone. Someone asked me, Tiago asked, why didn't I go to Miami? It would be a good way to boost my work. Yeah, totally. I really, really, really wanted to go. But my work has been really busy lately. And also I have, really limited time to be with my daughter who just got out of school and is going on vacation to Arizona for 3 weeks, like next week. So it was like, do I want to leave right before she goes for a week? And then the time off from work, it was not something that I was able to do right now. But networking is a must in everything for sure. Networking, I'm going to be doing my best to get to every blockchain event that I possibly can in the next year. I'm trying really hard, planning to go to Dubai in October, because I think that that's kind of where like the next really huge event is. That's what's next on my radar. So yeah, networking is must in everything. Someone asked me something, and now I think that what are my staking strategy for Pulse going forward? Yeah, so I bought some Hex with the ETH that I was going to buy Pulse with a few weeks ago. And then obviously the Hex has gone up while the ETH has gone down. So I have more value now that I was planning to put to sacrifice for Pulse. I don't know if that means that I'm going to sacrifice more initially, or if it means that I'm going to sacrifice the same dollar amount and then keep some on the side liquid to like potentially buy in if there is a dip, because traditionally there is a dip after launch. So I'm just kind of waiting and seeing. I probably will do that second, take that second choice, of putting in the same original dollar amount and then having some liquid on the side, both in dollars and in Hex to put in case of a dip. That's my plan. I'm going to go check the other broadcast to see if anybody has written anything there. And nope, don't think so. All right, I'm back. Yeah, family first. Good choice, right? Yeah, it was like the job, is great. And I'm definitely making a lot of connections that are helping, with this and with Hex and with, everything that I'm trying to do. And I really enjoy the work. It's fun. It's a good workplace environment, really flexible and everything, but it's a lot of work. And my daughter has been a bit neglected and I just didn't want to add to that. So yeah, thanks for your support. I do. I wish though that there was a way, like if Miami had been, next week, I would definitely have gone. Yeah. Anyone else? Any questions at all? Anything? What else do I think that we should talk about? Okay, maybe we should talk about Miami if I'm going to just wait for more questions. Like I saw some of the clips and footage and that doesn't, let's get me on Rogan, guys. Or let's get Rogan to come on my show and see that I can add value on his. That's kind of what my strategy was there. Like if I can invite him on as a guest and build that bridge, then, maybe he'll think that I'm worthy of coming on to his show. I don't know. I really want to ask him some questions. So I don't care even if he doesn't invite me on to his show. I have some serious, so many things that I want to ask Joe Rogan about. And it would be cool. Yeah. It would be cool if I could connect Joe and Richard. I think that there are already people who are working on doing that. I mean, for sure, there are already people who are working on doing that, but I know it's not really Richard's highest priority right now. So it would be cool if I could help that conversation start, for sure. Okay, thoughts on Solano, Ripple, SEC outcome, Jero wallet, Muir all paint. Okay, Solano. I had told some people that I thought that it was a good buy earlier in the year, but I didn't buy any myself because I really hadn't done that much like research on it. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's a good buy because everybody's talking about it and it seems small. Ripple SEC outcome. I think that like gambling about what the SEC is going to do is just like, I don't know, pointless. Like I don't know if they know what they're going to do, but if they do, they're not trying to like share that, strategy. I've done that before actually in 2017. I thought the SEC was going to approve a Bitcoin ETF. And so I went like really heavy into Bitcoin instead of the alts that I was holding. And it was a huge mistake because obviously that didn't pass. So I do not gamble on what government agencies are going to do. Jero Wallet, Muir All Paint, I don't know anything about those, just to be honest. No clue. Yeah, hit like and subscribe. Yes, please. What are my thoughts on the new Discourse Syndicate network approach? Obviously, I completely support that. I think that it's awesome to have a bunch of streamers sharing one channel, one network, and just kind of creating our own like media company. I love it. I'm for it. I mean, clearly, I'm here, right? So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a lot of change and probably some people are going to butt heads, and some of us already do butt heads sometimes, right? But yeah, so I'm going to do, hey guys. The OGs in this space act in ways that doesn't really make it easy to enter and feel confident in the decision. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Gun to my head, what's the price of Hex January 1st, 2025? That's a long time from now. Like so much could change. But based on like current sentiments, 2025, 4 years, like 3.5 years from now, I don't know, $5, maybe more. That's a conservative estimate. Also, very loose. I have no idea, really. I definitely think that Hex has a lot of potential room for growth. I'm here, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the way that so back to Miami while we're waiting for more questions. Miami has been like, I mean, the guy is like, just like, it's a super cringe fest, right? Like it's been, I don't know, shaking. Like, not that I was holding any Bitcoin anyway, I wasn't. But if I were holding any Bitcoin, I wouldn't be anymore right now, for sure. I don't know. It kind of reminds me a lot of like Consensus in 2018. So I don't know who was around then, but like Consensus in 2017. So leading up to it and during it, like the price of everything was like skyrocketing. And then I went to Consensus in 2018, and I think a lot of people were anticipating that the market was going to start recovering with it. But like throughout the event, all that happened was the price kept dumping. And I mean, maybe it was because they put Lambos out front and it was like cringe fest, right? Like, I don't know. That's kind of my impression of what's going on in Miami right now. What do I think about Celsius? I should interview Alex Mashinsky. Alex and Richard share a lot of good points. Yeah, I mean, I think that Celsius is a cool DeFi product. I think that a lot of people like it a lot. It's done, very, very well. I would love to interview Alex anytime if I could get him to come on. Maybe that's something that I should pursue more. Thank you for the suggestion. I will. VeChain, I don't know much about it. I know that they're working on like chain of custody solutions and like integration with retail partners, like, especially like really high-end retail partners for authentication, for blockchain authentication, which I think is cool, but I don't know enough about it to have a real opinion. I don't have any. What's been my favorite moment and not so favorite interview moment on Discourse Syndicate? Hi guys, hi everyone. My favorite moment on DS, like, you mean the show, or I guess I'll just answer you from the perspective of like on my show. I don't know. It's really hard. I think that I've had a lot of really great moments. So having Ben on was great. BitBoy, like thought that was a really productive conversation that has started a lot of conversations since then. That's been great. I loved having, I don't know, I thought that I've had a lot of guests on who have had really cool insights to share. Kurt Jr. from VSB is like one of my favorite guests. I can't wait to have him back on. You really, really, really want to see him and Richard. I don't know if I want to like frame it as a debate. I'd rather just be like, they're having a conversation. I really, really, really want that to happen. I think that it would be just super productive. Not so favorite interview moment on DS. I think that there have been a couple of times when someone in the comments has said something that's like, just really rude, like really insulting to the guests, or like, oh, I'm just shilling whatever product. And I don't really like that. Like, that makes me feel uncomfortable, makes my guests feel uncomfortable, makes them feel unwelcome. That's not really what I'm trying to do here. But I understand that everybody has an opinion and a right to it. And yeah. How much do I know about Theta? Started looking into getting involved in hosting a node. Okay, so my mom owns Theta. She's like a huge supporter. She's been buying the dip and like telling me that I should be buying the dip. And I've been telling her that I don't trust this market. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, like I can see the value in the project and in the, in the token, but I don't trust the market enough to believe that this is the bottom. So I don't know, maybe it's not. What are the top 3 alts I'm watching over the next 3 months? Well, okay, Alex. So why is that cat staring at you? He's just a golden cat. He's fixed. He's a statue. He's not staring at you. Okay, my top 3 alts that I'm watching over the next 3 months. Do you mean alts like alternate to Bitcoin or alternate to Hex? So obviously, like I'm watching Hex and Pulse really closely. They are at this point, the biggest position in my portfolio. My second biggest position is ETH still. Yeah, I have some locked in a wallet that like I have the keys to, but I can't find the right cord. So I need to work on that. It's something I've been working on. And then for, Lex Friedman, that would be a great guest. Yeah, I could work on that. But it seems like everybody's trying to get at him lately. So the third one that I'm watching, or I don't know, another alt that I'm watching is XPRT Persistence. They have like a lot coming up. And yeah, I work for LDA, which represents XPRT, which may represent a conflict of interest, but they have a lot coming up on their roadmap that really is interesting with staking and the enterprise use of NFTs. They're also like really interested in being, multi-chain and interoperable and not built on Ethereum, but wanting to branch out and build everywhere where they think that there can be products. So I think that it's useful to keep close tabs on what's going on with them. I think that answers all the question. Oh, other than Hex. Yeah. Lex, I will work on that too. My lovely mother is going to outperform me in crypto. You think so? Really? Because she's got Theta? I mean, like I have more Hex. I have more overall. Nerd Girl, will we see you in Las Vegas Hexagon meetup? I hope so. I really, really want to go. Like I said, it's been like crazy, work and trying to like get time off to do anything other than spend time with my daughter. Like that's all I have had time for these last few months. I'm hoping to get to Las Vegas for sure, but I'm not making any promises. I hope so. If I do go, then I hope you guys will come with me to this Meow Wolf exhibit because like I'm obsessed with the one in Santa Fe. I've been wanting to go to the one in Las Vegas when it opened for years. I'm like really, really excited. So yeah, if you guys want to go, if I make it there, come with me, and you're there, come with me to Meow Wolf. We'll figure out when. XPRT Alex is Persistence 1, and it's like an enterprise solution for, it's enterprise NFT solutions. So I've done an interview on this channel with the community manager for XPRT, and his name is Abhitej Singh. You can go back and find that interview if you're interested. I love that perspective. Hex is the primary. Everything else is an alt. Yeah, I mean, like, just because that's the channel that we're on, not necessarily because, like, I don't know. I don't like calling things alts and primaries seems like slightly unproductive because that kind of, I don't know, establishes like some kind of superiority complex that I'm trying really hard to overcome. What's that theme room thing you said intrigued you? Oh yeah, Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf. If I had a ton of money, how would I design my own? So I would definitely get in touch with other artists because I am a writer and that's my real contribution to art. And that's why I love the like Santa Fe exhibit. There's over 300 hours of like written content in that exhibit. And that doesn't even count all of the stuff that's like published online. Like I love to follow the narrative of the story while you're like in this atmosphere. It's like kind of like escape room meets like mystery theater meets like, you know, large scale interactive art exhibit. It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it. If I was able to design my own, I would probably try to buy like a mall or a portion of a mall, because the one that they built in Santa Fe is like they bought an abandoned bowling alley and it's like perfect. It's great. It's good size. And it would be really cool. And, you know, malls are like going dead, right? So it would be cool to be able to utilize some commercial space to do that. What else would I do? I would hire artists to, you know, make physical contributions. And so that we could all work together. What I really love about it is that it's collaborative. What do I think about Hex Toys NFTs? Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I don't really like specifically know their NFTs, but like I think Hex Toys is awesome. I won $100 in Hex from them like 6 months or a year ago or something from one of those like daily giveaways. And I was like, yes, I won. It was awesome. It's staked for 15 years. Thank you. Princess vibes going on with that headband or tiara. Yeah, like this was a inspiration from watching Richard's videos with all of his like, oh, people love to watch, you know, stuff that looks fancy and expensive and shiny. And I was like, yeah, that's an experiment I should do. So, and then people really liked it and responded to it. And then I got the idea that people were like, some people's wives were watching because of the tiara and the jewelry when they are normally not interested in crypto, and getting more women involved in crypto. Yeah. I know like some people say that that's super cringe, but like I think that giving more women financial independence would be amazing. And I'm all for it and I want to support it. So if me wearing this tiara is going to make someone stay tuned, then I'm going to do it. Okay, sorry, scrolling down. How long? Oh, we should do a live podcast yeah, for sure. Hang on, sorry. Now I have to scroll up. How long have I been married? I'm not married. That's it, Meow Wolf. Yes, it is. What's the response when trying to build bridges to the Ivan on Tech team? I haven't reached out to Ivan on Tech. I'm going to have to use my boss's connection for that one. He is in the influencer group that I'm in, but he's not really active in there. He doesn't like participate in the discussions. So I will work on, I'll ask Rock to reach out to him for me or to put us in touch. But honestly, he has me blocked. So we'll see. Okay, what do I think the crypto lacks the most? Writers, programmers, developers for sure. I think developers are the number one thing. If you're someone who's like wanting to get involved in crypto and you have the capacity to become a developer, do it. I would have, it was something that I thought about a few years ago when I wanted to get, when I first won, I was like, oh, I really want to get involved. I was like, should I try to learn how to be a programmer? But honestly, I don't think that that's where the best use of my time could be, because I'm good at interviewing people and doing research and this, but I don't know, coding. I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's just not a really good fit for me, but that is what I think is most needed. Who's my favorite Hexagon streamer? Be honest. I mean, me, obviously. Yeah. Duh. No, RG3 is, yeah, that's the truth. We're friends too, and he's my first go-to when I'm questioning, okay, what am I doing okay? Or what do you think about this idea? That's who I bounce everything off of first. Yes, if I come down to Las Vegas, we should do a live podcast at Meow Wolf For sure. I'm down. Let's do it. What's the best piece of advice I've heard in crypto and in life? I think that the best piece of advice in crypto is take profits. I know that some people say that like that's silly, you know, when there's so much more to be made. But the truth is that like, what if it all, you know, drops? Like, what if the bottom all falls out? Like, don't be afraid to take profits and reward yourself with the profits that you take, right? So not just paying your bills, but like buying yourself something that is going to make you happy, even something small. I have taken profits and things have gone up. And you know, I didn't really regret it, because if things go down, like I can't pay my bills with crypto. And even if I could, it would be paying them relative to their dollar value. So I'd be losing more crypto overall. So I think take profits is the best advice I've ever heard in crypto. And in life, yeah, I don't really like, I think, you know, be open-minded and like love everyone, I guess. It's probably the best advice. I'm sorry, but really think that cat is staring at you. You're right, Reggie. The cat is staring at you. What have you done? Hang on. Can I stake Hex toys? Not that I know of. Maybe? I don't know. You have to ask them. I agree. The bling highlight. Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you. What's my Hex price prediction end of this year or next? I don't know. Like, so much can happen and there's so much at play behind the scenes that like we don't know about, that like I really don't feel comfortable making price predictions. Like, I originally kind of thought like, oh, Hex could totally be $1 by the end of the year. But now we're like, you know, at the beginning of June and Hex is at 5 cents, which is still amazing. Like, I think like a really conservative estimate is probably 10 cents. I would love to see it be more. It's possible that it will be less. There's my conservative price prediction for this year. Ovidian Memes needs to come out with another video soon. Yeah. Oh, he posted one last night. Yeah. Okay. I think you have a good take on crypto. What would I recommend for someone newer to crypto for deeper learning about crypto and they've already watched all Hex Pulse content? I would recommend it's Block Geeks, I think. Yeah, so it's like Vitalik's dad's site that has some like really basic information about how blockchains work and interacting with each other. And it's like really good, boiled down, base level information. That's what I would recommend that you check out for sure if you're new to crypto. That information. Yep, RG3 is the boss. That's true. Thanks, Aztec. You're legit too. What is my strategy in interviews when someone won't answer your question and they keep avoiding or deflecting? I try to like move to the next question and like make the next question somewhat like not even a rephrased question, but the same way of getting at what I want. And I'm pretty successful at it, actually. Like, I try to read people's body language and just like go off of, like, I write down a list of questions for people and then bounce around in them, because sometimes they answer questions that like inadvertently that I haven't asked yet. And so then I bounce around and like read them. And when someone is trying to dance around my question, I just try to get at it from another angle usually. But if they really are just not going to answer, then I just let them not answer. I know I have some inside info. How close are we to sacrifice phase? I don't have any inside information about the sacrifice, honestly. I wish that I did. I don't know, really. Like, I know that Richard delayed the launch of Hex like a year because he was getting it audited. And I think there are some people who have said that he delayed it, you know, several times because he was like the hype cycle. I don't know if that's what's going on this time. I don't know if he's trying to time the market perfectly, if it's all trying to like come to fruition during a bear. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Here's the deal though. Like, I have some assets that are on layer 2 because like I transact on layer 2 because transactions are really cheap there. And like I like to accumulate hex and other things over there where I can do it for less. So I haven't moved them over yet because I know that we're going to at least have some time before the snapshot of our assets, on layer 1 to like see if we get those assets, and we're not going to get anything that's on layer 2. So I still have assets over there because I know that it's at least a little ways out. Let's see, the Crypto Joker's amazing. Yes, I agree. Have I taken any hate because of what I said on the BitBoy show? Yeah, a little bit, not too much, mostly like from inside, from influencers, who have like, but I addressed it inside the influencer group. I was like, if anybody feels like I was trying to put them down specifically, I wasn't. Like I was trying to, address a real problem that several people on this channel, even like on the show with me, have addressed in their recent streams. And that is that, that there is a real problem with media in crypto, and with media in general too. And that was legitimate. The most hate that I've taken was like someone saying like it was rude of me to do that when Ben went out of his way to invite me on and help grow my channel and help grow so many other people's channels. And luckily for me, Ben responded and said that he didn't feel insulted at all. And, Wendy responded as well. And I feel like everything's okay. There's probably some people who aren't interested in talking to me anymore now, but, some doors open and others doors close, and like the door's always open from my side. So yeah. Tall guys or short guys? Well, like I am pretty short, so height isn't usually an issue, but like, I think it's like natural and like somewhat like normal to prefer someone who's taller. That's like not always true. I've had boyfriends like across the whole spectrum. Did I just say Vitalik's dad? Yes, I did. Was there any pushback from when I shilled Hex at the end of BitBoy's show? I feel like I already addressed that. The pushback wasn't the Hex shill. It was the like that some people felt like I was taking a jab at Ben and some other influencers, which I really, really was not. I was addressing a general problem with information. And but for shilling Hex specifically, no pushback. They were fine with it. Like, I mean, he even said, like, if you win, you can use your 30 seconds to talk about whatever you want or shill whatever you want. And I was like, I think that they didn't want me to win maybe, but I did. Have you played any sports in the era? Okay, let's see. Sorry, going back up. Okay, what do I think about? All right. So okay, sorry, here we go. So got any ERC20 coins I'm holding in anticipation for the fork duplication. Yeah, I'm holding a lot of ERC20 coins. So, I'm still holding some Chainlink. I know a lot of Hexicans hate Chainlink and whatever, but like there's been tons of community support for it in the past. And I don't know, I got in cheap. I'm holding it. I'm holding a lot of stable coins, honestly, for hopes of the fork duplication, because like that just seems like a no-brainer. So like I have so much more of my assets in stable coins now than at any point in the past. Yeah. I would like to see a type of YouTube or library on the Pulse chain. Yeah, that would be awesome. Totally. What do I think about Richard's criticisms of holding admin keys to the bridge? And then I saw another comment about Richard's criticism of Matic having admin keys to the bridge contract. Yeah, so that's like obviously something that has come up in my thoughts a lot because, we're talking about bridges and the show is called Building Bridges. And then also because, I work for LDA and Matic is a really important part of our client portfolio. So, I don't know enough about what's going to be different on the Pulse for the Pulse bridge yet, but that's a question that I've asked like repeatedly in the Pulse chat is like, what can you tell me about the bridge? What's going to be different about the bridge to Pulse? Like, what about the admin keys? Yeah. So what do I think of Richard's criticism? I mean, I think that Richard knows a lot more about crypto and blockchain, technically than I do, but I would love to ask more questions about what is going on specifically with the Pulse bridge to, I don't know, overcome that issue. That's what I think. Yes, you can buy Hex on layer 2 and then transfer it to layer 1. Yes, Hex Machina, you can. A lot of Hexicans hate that this is the case and hate that, I've shilled QuickSwap, but, QuickSwap is an LDA client. It's one that I work on. It's one that I think is really important. It's the biggest DEX on Polygon, and you can buy Hex on QuickSwap. You can buy with USDC. Actually, depending on where you are in the world, you can use the fiat on-ramp and buy Hex directly from your debit or credit card on layer 2. So yes, I do it. And then transfer it to layer 1. Yes, I've transferred Hex from layer 2 to layer 1 before. I've been accumulating Hex on layer 2 for the last 3 months that I haven't transferred because I wanted to wait, so that I only have to do one bridge cross. But yeah, because it's so much cheaper to transact. But if you're doing really large transactions, then it doesn't make sense because of the slippage, because there's not a huge liquidity pool for it. So it depends. It depends on how much you're buying. But I buy in, a couple $1,000 increments. So it makes sense for me. My comments on BitBoy, thank you. Am I tired of Richard talking about his overpriced watches? Honestly, I skip those. I just fast forward those parts. I think that he's got some kind of message that he's trying, but this is something that I've talked about with RG is he just is he just going overboard? Is he trying to, make reference to it's all about time? Is he just trying to make people cringe so that they watch a lot? Is this part of his master plan? But we don't know the answers. Obviously, I skip the parts where he's talking about his watches. Yeah. Have I ever played any sports in the past? And if so, which ones? Not really good at sports. I played badminton in high school, but it was mostly because I just wanted my picture on another yearbook page. I like to run and hike and swim, but I'm super uncoordinated, and team sports are just I don't know, just not a thing. I played soccer when I was a kid. Yeah. It's really annoying, but I guess there's only so many times you can say we are still working on Pulse. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that that was one of my criticisms early on when Hexicans were shilling Pulse a lot, is that I was guys, now we're all of a sudden doing the thing that we've criticized other communities for doing. We're talking about, promise coins. Oh yeah, it's going to be faster than it's going to be faster. It's going to be cheaper. It's but we have no evidence of that yet, right? But that said, I have a Pulse tattoo. I'm anticipating the launch. I'm going to get on that rocket ship. But yeah, for lack of better words, I have balls. You have balls. You are way better. Thank you. Thank you. That's really nice. I think there's a ton of really great influencers out there. I hope that we can all work together. I think that's important. Link is good hold. Nice. Yes, you can buy Hex on layer 2 and then transfer to layer 1. Yes, you have to use the bridge. Yes, when you buy on layer 2, you do not have control of your admin keys. So there are risks to buying and holding on layer 2. They're just risks that I'm willing to take. There's a lot of options for Hex now. Yes, there are. Do I have a good tutorial on how to do that, on how to buy Hex on layer 2? Yeah, actually there's one on my personal channel, which is NrdGrl007 on YouTube. There's I taught my mom how to buy on layer, I taught her how to use Uniswap and how to buy on QuickSwap, how to get to layer 2. So it's is it easy enough? Is layer 2 easy enough for your mom to use it? I think is the title of the video, something like that. And then also, if you go to the QuickSwap Telegram group, there are 3 tutorials linked in that pinned message. So you should do that if that's something that you're interested in. Yes, Richard is a weird riddle sometimes. Agree. What ERC20 communities do I think will accept and use the Pulse chain? Well, Eve, which is a token company that I'm supporting right now, I think that they'll be keen on coming over to Pulse Chain. I think that when people find out that they're getting, an airdrop of all of their tokens, they'll be more interested in looking into it. And I think that getting on, in with other influencers and with other groups is like pivotal to making people and communities understand that that's going to happen, and that like that's something that they should have a strategy and prepare for in advance. I don't know specifically what ERC20 communities will use Pulse Chain, because I just don't know yet. But like I think it's been said before that probably those with a high S load will be the first to come over. Bigger companies are, bigger groups are going to be more reluctant initially, and they're going to need to see some proof and some use cases and, some, acceptance from the community, some like non-maximalism from the community. And like, that's what I'm doing here. That's what I've seen a lot of people doing recently. I'm really glad that I feel like the community has matured a lot in the last few months. It's really something that I'm enthusiastic about. Yes. Okay. We need to tell Richards that the watches and fashion stuff is not interesting. Yeah. RG and I were talking about that. Yeah. We're talking about that yesterday, actually. Like, who's going to say something? Should we say something? Like, where is it your place? And when is it stepping over the line? Richard, if you're watching, a lot of people feel like the watches are not interesting. Personally, like I don't mind the watches and whatever, but like, and the Louis Vuitton shirt looks okay, but like, God, please stop wearing the Versace one, please. Do I have a good tutorial on how to use QuickSwap? Yes, I do. It's on my personal channel, NrdGrl007, and it's like teaching my mom how to use it. And then also, like I said, there are 3 really great tutorials, one written that I wrote, and then 2 videos that Crypto Secret Circle Aztec, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago, prepared. And I think that they're amazing, like full, comprehensive, and then short, just how to buy. So yeah, do that. Definitely check those out. Those are linked within the pinned message in the QuickSwap Telegram group. Richard is showing off to get more viewers. Nothing more, nothing less. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Awesome. Thank you so much. I will check it out. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Hex is amazing. Yes, it is. I bought some Hex today. Nice. Tweet and like. Yeah, if you're watching, please like. If you haven't hit the like button, smash that like button. Subscribe. Is it your first time buying Hex, Russ? If you're still watching, like, was this your first purchase, and what spurred it? How much Hex would it take for me to wear the LV bubble vest? I don't know if I would even charge. Like, I would wear it just because it's weird and funny. Like, I would totally wear it. I have to say, like, because some of this, like, all of this was like inspired by Richard, that I was like, looking at Louis Vuitton stuff. I was like looking at monogram stuff. I'm like, oh, I should buy a Louis Vuitton like crop top or something to wear on a show, because it's like kind of making fun of I don't know, making fun of Richard a little bit. But when I looked at the prices, I just was like, I couldn't justify spending it. And then I looked like for secondhand monogram stuff, and like that stuff it holds its value. So yeah, so I didn't want to do it. Yeah. Didn't. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, I learned a lot about watches, but I don't have interest to buy any. I don't want to be a target for thieves. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I think RH's flex is fine. If he starts yelling on stage, then we have a problem, not in his calm demeanor. I like clothes too. I used to do a stream with a guy. What happened? Okay, I used to do a stream on Mind Your Biz with a guy named Seth Estrada. Seth and I are still friends. We're still in the influencer group. He actually is the person who got me into that influencer group. What happened? I honestly don't know. He was upset about something thing. I think that some people were saying that like people were coming on the stream because I was initiating the conversations and he didn't like that very much. And then also there were some people who were really critical and saying that I was dumb because I was reading from reports that I wrote, like, because I would prepare, analysis of coins and then present it, but I would read from it while we were on the stage. And so people were saying that like all I could do was read, and they were really critical. I don't really know if it was one of those things or both of those things. I think maybe some of the support for Hex came into play because there were times when I wanted to cover, like in our news segment, I wanted to cover something about Hex and he didn't want me to. He would be like, no, not Hex again. And I'd be like, this is news. This is news in a crypto that's increasing in value faster than everything else. And he didn't want to cover it. Like we had some conflict. Maybe he didn't like sometimes I was tweeting some inappropriate stuff. I think early in that like relationship with him, like he told me that was against his brand. And then I kind of just like forgot, like, in one ear and out the other. Maybe I was like subconsciously rebelling against that. I don't know. But whatever the case is, like I'm not sure how his stream is doing. I hope that it's doing really well. Do I think the Bitcoin maxis I speak to actually have Hex or bought some after I spoke with them? I don't know. I have some conspiracy theories about Hex for sure, like about whether, some of the maxis were like in on the suppression of it, like early, because, one of the critical elements of getting something to catch on is having some controversy over it. So like, I definitely have that suspicion, but I don't know. Do I think that some of them have actually bought Hex after I spoke with them? I know some of them have bought Hex after I spoke with them. I've walked them through it. So yes, I do. Some, I don't know, like some, maybe, I don't know. You can't reach everyone, right? And that should be okay. It should be okay if you want to be a Bitcoin maximalist or you want to be a dollar maximalist. Like that's everyone's individual prerogative. I'm not trying to change people's minds really about that. I only wear Walmart clothes. I should interview. Okay. Not first time buying Hex for me. I jumped out of BTC into Hex. I'm just DCAing in now and preparing for the sacrifice. Yep. Only 6 likes? Really? 46 of you watching and only 6 of you have liked it? God. That really makes me feel undervalued. That's okay. Undervalued is good. It's better than being overvalued. Unfortunately, people keep asking Richard about his watches while he streams, so he gets positive feedback doing it. Well, that's what he's doing it for. So if people are liking it, people are like interacting with him because of it, that's what he wants. That's like the whole purpose. Then like maybe we should stop being critical. I should try to interview Tone Vase. Interestingly, RG3 and I talked about that this morning, about like how both of us felt like that was someone who neither of us really wanted to reach out to unless he reached out to us first. I feel similarly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get like a vibe from him that I would be able to, I don't know, not manipulate the conversation, but like, I guess that's the right word for it because I can't find another better one, for lack of a better word, like manipulate or guide the conversation. Like, I think that he's just like completely closed, and I don't know if that would be productive. If Tone Base wants to talk to me, I'll do it, but I'm not like going to expend extra energy to go after that. Any plans to interview or live stream with Richard again? I would love to. Anytime, anytime Richard wants to talk to me, like aside from being with my daughter, like I happily drop what I'm doing to do that. I have lots of questions prepared for him. I imagine that at some point we'll do another interview, but I've been kind of like, I don't know, we've always kind of done like just whenever it was convenient for him and not scheduled. And like that seems like that's what makes most sense. So whenever that opportunity comes up, I'm open to it, of course. I'm broke as fuck. Do you think Richard would make an exception and allow me to sacrifice my blood for Hex or for Pulse? I don't know. I feel like maybe Richard would tell you that you should go and sell your blood, and then you can use that money to buy Hex and then hold the Hex until the Pulse launch, and then you can sacrifice that. I don't know. Richard, what do you think? Would you allow 36 chambers to sacrifice his blood for Pulse? What's up, y'all? What's up, Maddie? Only blood he'll take for Pulse is virgin blood. Hey, my crypto queen. Hey, all the crypto queens out there. There's no more likes than people now. There's more likes than people now. Nice, nice. Tone Vase is the Borat of crypto, maybe. Oh, nice. You guys were over on Big Pep stream. Cool. Nice. Over 50 likes. Awesome. Do I see or hear any crypto interest from young kids like my daughter? Do you think they'll get into it via video game tokens and such? Yeah, for sure. That's actually like part of the reason why I'm really supportive of NFTs, despite some of the criticism of them from this community, that I actually think that NFTs are really important for the introduction of crypto. Actually, my daughter is right here. Sophia, what do you think about crypto? I like it. She says she likes crypto. She's like, interested, but she's 9. I know there's like young Hexter, who's just like this young kid that's like into Hex and crypto, and there's other crypto kids who I've seen who are really into it. But yeah, do you have any more thoughts on crypto that you'd like to share?
Bitcoin's amazing.
Bitcoin is amazing. What about Hex?
Good, awesome stuff.
Good, awesome stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Big Pep just ended. Happy to keep the Hex content going. Thanks, guys. Virgin and negative. Nerd Girl. Oh, wow. We're going to skip those ones. Let's see. Need mods. Can someone block this troll? Any news if people in my influencer Telegram group plan to cover Pulse Chain? So, that's why I went on to BitBoy's stream to try and like bring that up. I'm invited to go back sometime. Maybe I should reach out and see if I can schedule a time to come back on and hopefully talk about it in like some more positive light, like maybe even schedule something like so that we can have a conversation about it. I would love that. I'm working on something with another big name influencer who I don't want to name until it's like, set in stone that we're like, it's like inked and it's done that we're doing it. But I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Hope people will cover Pulse. I can see with the bear market that a lot of people would. I hope so. Great stream. Sophia equals intelligent. Yes, it is. Wisdom. Yes. Sophia TikTok is the only. Hey, Sophia, someone says that your TikTok is the only TikTok they've ever watched. She has made some awesome TikToks lately.
I got the best vids.
She says I got the best vids. She does. All right, guys, we're going on an hour here. So if anybody has any questions that you want to bring up before we wrap this up, drop them in there. Please hit like and subscribe. How about finding interviews, those ERC20 tokens, products that use a lot of gas fees and might want to bridge over to Pulse Chain? Yeah, so actually that's what I did last week and got tons of pushback for sharing in the Hex Pro group. I shared because the project that I wanted to talk about bringing over, the person who I had on was the CEO of Uniland, which is an LDA represented company, and crypto. And I shared it in the Hex Pro group saying these guys have a really heavy S load. I think that this will be beneficial, and there was just tons of kind of attack. And yes, I want to interview more people on heavy S load. I guess maybe the answer is just not sharing them in Hex Telegram groups and only sharing them in the Pulse Telegram group. I'm thinking about making a game about Hex, our journey with Peter McCormack as a boss. That would be funny. How about finding interview? He'd have to be a really easy to beat boss, level 1 boss. How about we already covered that. Awesome. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, Pulse Telegram only. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. This has been like a really productive AMA session. I really appreciate you all. And next week, I'm hoping to have, so Bruce is going to come on really soon, and then hopefully have some news for you about some upcoming changes. Okay. Bye, everyone. Have an awesome weekend. I love you too.